What's up, everyone? It's Isaac here from Streetwise Economics, and I'm recording this weekly update all the way from beautiful Switzerland. And specifically, I am in Zurich, and just nearby, there's a city called Sprenberg, and that's where we are actually located. Now, imagine waking up in Europe, sipping some coffee or having breakfast, and checking your trading account only to see that your account is up 45.5% year to date. Well, that's exactly what happened to me this week. Let me show you how this is coming along, what trades I took this week for my trading and investing portfolio, but also what's happening in my trading journey whilst I'm traveling. It's not easy to travel and also trade. So I'm going to share with you that as well in terms of the lessons that I'm learning as well. Just a quick heads up, this video is for educational purposes only. I'm not a financial advisor, and neither should you take this content as financial advice. Trading comes with the risks. Always do your due diligence. I am trading with my own money and taking the risk that I'm comfortable with in a real trading account. So you have to only do things that you're comfortable with. Now, let me give you some context in terms of my traveling and trading journey so far. We landed in Zurich on May the 7th, 2025. It doesn't matter even when you say it in 2030, but it's been a very exciting ride, both exploring the city and keeping up with the markets. Switzerland is incredibly beautiful, but also seriously expensive. Luckily, trading has helped to make that easy. Now, I'm going to quickly share with you some updates in terms of my specific portfolio. I took this screenshot as of May 7th, May 8th. That's when I'm recording. That's today. And the US markets are still open, but here is what my portfolio is looking right now. Up 45.8% year to date, Canadian 9,792 $20 in total profits to date. But bear in mind that I withdrew 300 Canadian dollars, I think, and also 100 US dollars sometime this year. So this is not reflected on this. So what that means is that my profit symbol rate of return is actually higher than this 46% approximately. So today alone, I closed some trades with 167 US dollars. And yesterday I took some profits from my trades of $229.49 US dollars. That's nearly $400 in 2 days while I'm adjusting to the jet lag. So that's the beauty of trading. I can trade from anywhere, but I have to give you some background and share some strategies that I'm using because, to be honest, guys, it's not just easy because you really, in my case, I like to trade stocks that I understand. And I started this account as a challenge, as you probably know, with 300 Canadian dollars that I deposited. But when I decided to take this trading seriously in this particular account and decided to share with you guys this exciting journey, I then added 15,000 US dollars. And when I convert it all to Canadian dollars combined, it's about just over 21,000 Canadian dollars. I'm a Canadian, so I like to convert and relate things to the Canadian dollar, which is my primary currency. Now, like I said, this account is up almost 46% year to date. But my goal is to beat the S&P 500, which is down when I checked today on May 8th. Before recording this video, it was down 2.71% year to date. But it's not just about gains. For me, it's more about endurance. I want to see if I'm going to sustain this, to grow this account, to how much, I don't know. That's the goal, because when I'm trading, I don't want to specifically be more aggressive because I want to hit X amount or to make 100K. No, if I'm going to get to that level, I want to do it carefully, defensively, and with careful risk management. So I take what the market gives me, right? Like today in the morning, when I woke up, the market was the market was up in terms of the stocks that I have on my watch list. So I decided not to take as many trades. So I just did a trade for a stock with ticker name LU. Um, it was I think it's this oil company LUB. And what happened was that when I came back, I just left a buy order. In that case, it was actually a cash secured put. So I left it to sell my to open the position. And then it did when I was away having breakfast with my family. And then when I came back, there was profit. I closed the position. So that's how I do these trades. But traveling while trading can be very fun, but also challenging. Time zones can mess things up. You have got to plan ahead. I made most of my trades whilst I was still in Canada, and I use options and only trade stocks that I understand. I wait for setups without just rushing to jump into particular positions. And the stock that I traded, sorry, the ticker name is LBRT, right? Uh, it's actually MUR, right? Murphy Oil, it's an oil company, and I did analysis for the stock, and it has great fundamentals. I also did a trade on Reddit. It's actually right now it's a leap for long term, but I'm gonna just hold. Um, it's gonna be something. Once I see profit, I'm gonna exit and repeat the process. I did a trade on Wood. I cashed out yesterday, and I also added a, some shares, one share on Berkshire Hathaway, and also Aritzia. The idea is I want to have some few stocks that I hold for the long term, whilst trading and generating some profits. And yesterday I traded Google, and also I took a leap on Apple and I cashed out. I think it was just under $100. So that's the point. Like I just, if I can make $100 or $200, it can help. As I've shared with you, if you check on this channel, I'm gonna be sharing some more specific updates. It's quite expensive here in Switzerland. So if I can make some money to fund that lifestyle, it helps because now I'm not going to be dipping into the savings that we had planned out for this trip, which is a cool thing. Now, in terms of my investment update, my investment portfolio now, it's something that I don't like to talk much about. I don't talk about specifics, about what the portfolio, how big it is, but the point is I have been buying the dip when the stock market in the US, most stocks were dropping. And right now, I was blown away when the UK and the US President Trump reportedly announced a deal, a trade deal. The market is up, and most of the stocks that I was buying, like Mercado Libre, Amazon, Booking, they are up. So that's the point. When I'm investing, I want to invest in stocks that have strong fundamentals, but I have to wait. If there is an internal event, let's say they miss their earnings, let's say in one quarter, and it drops by 20, 40%, or whatever, as long as the structural and the fundamental story of the business does not change, I add the position and they start to add gradually for the long term. Now, I also then want to only buy stocks that I understand and the services that I use every day at the right time. And it's extremely difficult to time the market. So I want to get in gradually. Usually, let's say I have 10,000 that I want to add in. I remember I started buying Booking when it dropped to about 4,200, and I was just adding, just buying a little by little. I did the same across other accounts, and that's the point. But the bottom line is, in my view, these are stocks that are fundamentally strong, and I want to buy and hold for the long term. So that's what I do. Now, I invest in fundamentally strong businesses. I like to invest in stocks with strong free cash flow, but also very little to no long-term debt. If they have long-term debt, I want a stock that has free cash flows that can pay off their long-term debt in less than 3 years. If I look at companies such as Berkshire Hathaway, last time I checked, they had cash over 300 billion on their balance sheet. If you look at Amazon, the last time that I checked, they had over 100 billion cash and cash equivalents, right? If I look at companies such as Aricia, they have little or no debt and they have a bit of cash. So that's what I want. And I also look at the trend in terms of who is leading them, how is this business growing its cash flow or its profit year over year. And of course, the external environment, like the macroeconomic situation, like the tariffs by the US, and also some other things that might affect that business. Now, why does this matter? This isn't just about charts and numbers. For me, trading also is a lifestyle. And I want to fund my lifestyle, like I said, but it gives me the freedom and the time to spend with my family, exploring other new places like here we are in Switzerland, and without the financial stress. Believe you me, it's quite expensive. I'm gonna do a video to break down the cost of this trip, and I'm recording the cost as we go. I'm sure it's gonna blow you away. And if you haven't subscribed, please make sure you do so that you get notification when I share those insights. Now, this is also an example, at least in my small way, of how you can leverage on, smart money habits to fund your lifestyle. And of course, there are many ways to fund lifestyle. Some people can work and save, and it's basically, I'm not judging. It's your choice to follow whatever path works best for you. But this is just my path that I'm taking. And so far, I'm happy with the progress. I will be keeping you guys posted how this account will perform till the end of the year. And yes, I'll keep sharing with you along the way, whether I make money or I lose. But so far, I'm happy that I'm beating the S&P 500. Thanks for watching. And if you found this video actually interesting and helpful, click like, subscribe, and also be sure to share the video so that it will go viral. If you want to get a paid session on how to trade and invest profitably, make sure you subscribe or book for a time slot on www.streetwiseeconomics.com. So, more updates will be coming your way from Switzerland and beyond. Stay wise, stay focused, and keep growing. Until next time, trade and invest wisely, and may the markets be on your side. Isaac here, signing out from Switzerland.